right, standing by in our virtual green room, Kourosh Naziri. His pen name is Sire, and he's written a couple of books, and one of the books that we're going to start off talking about is A Journey to Ultra Dimensions, science fiction, and especially lately, I've been talking a lot about science fiction as I've have a husband who's into it, and I've gotten much more into science fiction as I was when I was younger, too. So it's fun to have him on. Thank you so much, Sire. I'm going to say your pen name so everybody knows when they look you up, for coming on the show. And tell us about the book. What led you to write the sci-fi book?
Kate, I want to thank you for inviting me to your show, and you have my gratitude. And I like a 1-minute introduction about myself, if you don't mind.
Okay, so tell us about yourself. Yeah, tell us about yourself.
I'm a former employee of the World Bank and former college lecturer in electronics. And on the parentheses, I want to say I'm working on a device that determines a person is sick or not based on saliva by electronic devices. That's in parentheses. It's not a done deal yet. We are in the research. Anyway, this is about myself. I want to tell you I like writing books, and I got good reviews. I got 5-star from one of the professional reviewers, and a lot of compliments about both books. So I want to tell you that these books are highly reviewed by professional reviewers. Anyway, as to my intention for writing this book of Ultra Dimensions, basically, I have to tell you that this book is about two ruthless killer planets, i.e. Zinteria and Mehjazian. And for trivial lovers, Meh in Persian means foggy, just for fun. But anyway, the reason I write a book about science fiction is I love science fiction, and just to tell you that I have almost watched all of the different series of Star Trek. So I'm that much interested in science fiction.
What do you hope? Let me stop you there. Sire again is the pen name for Kourosh. What do you hope people take away from reading A Journey to Ultra Dimensions?
Basically, in appearance is a fun-loving space adventure movie that is spiced with comedy and romance. But I want to talk about some messages that I try to tell you in this book. Basically, the Earth is trying to expand themselves into space, and we rush into space, which is good. I think a space exploration is a very good thing to do. However, I want to give a cautionary hint. As you know, there are a lot of monsters around, and these two planets, Zinteria and Mehjazian, are not an exception. They want to kill, and they have a rule that if they kill a planet, if they bother with killing a planet, that planet is theirs by rule of savages. They are savage planets. Anyway, basically, I want to say that the space exploration is good, but we must take a caution that there are monsters around. That's my basic message in this book.
All right, so it's science fiction to watch out for the monsters, exactly what's happening with the planets, etc. And you've written another book, and you wanted to mention that. So tell us about the book.
The book is on weight loss and improving health. It tells you how to reduce your blood pressure, your cholesterol, and other things, all by diet and exercise. And it has been praised by one of the professional reviewers at 5 stars, meaning she really loved my book. And other reviewers gave me a good review to a lot of compliments. Basically, it has some rules and principles using the latest technology and science concepts for weight loss, and therefore weight loss is enemy number one of humans, I believe, to reduce the weight and at the same time improving your health. That's the basic gist of the book.
Yeah, so that's great, especially for this time of year where it's so tough for people, and it's tough to tackle the whole weight loss thing, and you've given us an overview of that. What are some quick things that people should look out for, certainly during the holidays or any time where they find themselves where they're around lots of food that's bad, and we know that it's easier to get Kourosh, we know it's easier to get bad food than it is good food, and I think that's part of the problem, fast food.
Basically, this book is based on 30 years of research. It's not written on the whim. Talks about principles, like you have your moments of overeating, holidays, this and that. That's okay. But you have to make up for it. In other words, the next day, make an extra 15 or 20 minutes exercise to burn off the calories. That's one of the principles. And regular diet and exercise is enough. I specified how much an average person needs per meal to eat, in terms of protein, in terms of vegetables, in terms of other things. So if you go by that, you realize that dieting in terms of starvation is a no-no in my book. By no means you have to starve. It's a mistake to starve. You actually gain weight. And I've tried to show one of the common mistakes of people who try to lose weight. That's what illustrated by Carson to say that we exercise, we diet, and yet we don't lose weight. Why? Because it takes the body some time to get used to the diet and exercise. And for some time you exercise and you lose no weight. So you have to wait a few days. At the same time, keep it going. Keep it going until a breakthrough and you start losing weight. And then again, it hits flat, meaning you exercise and diet and you get nowhere. And then again, a breakthrough. Weight loss is in plans. It's not like you lose 100 pounds in in 1 day or 2 days or 1 month. It has to be by period, to sort of like a train. Keep going until you start losing weight. It takes about 7 to 10 days for an average person to follow the diet, my diet and exercise, to start losing weight. And again, it hits flat, and again they break through, and so on. So I think these are the highlights. As for the holidays, like I said, I don't mind the occasional eating extra. Is my book. It's written that it's possible to do that, but you have to make it up by exercise the same day or the next day, an extra amount of exercise besides what you are supposed to do.
So that's great advice. I mean, especially with people doing the starvation diets, intermittent fasting and all of that. And I've seen what's happened to them. As you said, you didn't take it lightly. It's something that you worked on for decades and going through. So that's perfect. So 2 different kinds of books. You can get them on Amazon. And we started, of course, with the Journey to Ultra Dimensions. And you can find that. Kourosh Naziri, thank you so much on Amazon. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you. And I also want to mention that people could get these books on my website, which is Cyrus, Cyrus21century.com. You can also get the books in that site, and there are some reading material in there, and it might be interesting. Thank you.